Hey y'all, I'm back. And y'all, I want to talk about Pimp C for a minute. Now, he passed away back in 2007, okay? Mm-hmm. Think about it. 2009, 8. Yeah. But anywho, that's when he passed away, y'all. Um, his name was Chad Lamar Butler. December 29th, 1973 to December 4th, 2007. Now we're gonna get into him and we're gonna say a lot of things about him, okay? I found a little article about him and I just want to get into him because, back in the days is when all this stuff went down, y'all, with P. Diddy and Jay-Z and everybody, okay? So everything I say is gonna be allegedly, but things that you see is real. Now, they allege that Pimp C death, a sudden death, that's what they trying to call it, okay? Uh, on a Tuesday, and he was 33, y'all. Has the Houston rap community again mourning a life. They still bringing this up, y'all. They still bringing stuff up about him, okay? That was cut much too short, okay? Um, Pimp C was born. Chad Butler is the fourth area rapper today before his 40th birthday in this decade. Now, Pimp C was one of half of the rap group Underground King or UGK, whose latest album hit #1 on the Billboard Hip Hop chart earlier this year. Okay, it was the seventh major label release from the Port Arthur duo, who influenced everyone from T.I. to Legend. Okay? I'm not going to try to spook y'all, but just in case you haven't heard, Pimp C was found unalive in the Morgan Hotel in Los Angeles. Okay? He was in a hotel, y'all, when he passed away. Officials say he apparently unalive in bed and there was no signs of foul play. Autopsy and toxicology results wouldn't be available for up to 8 weeks. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Back then, it was a lot of substances going around where, a lot of rappers were doing. Pimp C, their father's the passing DJ Screw, who died of a reported overdose in 2000 at 30, and Bill Hawk, who was shot to death last year at 36, and Big Mo, who was also 33 and underlined after a heart attack in October. Now, they got to realize when they hit their 30, your whole body changed. Your body cannot take substances like it used to, but they're not realizing that yet. So, anyway, y'all, Flip, who opened some shows with UGK when he was still in high school, said he got a lot of advice about the music industrial and life in general from Pimp C, including to always look his best, okay? It was some questions about Pimp C. I asked, did he have any beef between him and Jay-Z? Okay, yeah, yes, they had beef. It was tension between them two because Jay-Z overheard Pimp C dissing him. He heard him. Like you be talking about somebody and they heard what you said and you didn't know that they hear you, they overheard the conversation. So Jay-Z overheard Pimp C dissing him about Tupac on the phone and told PC, P, Pimp, I'm sorry, told Pimp So he told Pimp C to pay Shakur mom. Okay, Afeni. That's why I don't know why he told him to pay her, but he did tell her to pay him. So Pimp C, I don't know why he said it. I don't know why he said that. Maybe he tried to be smart. Like, well, you pay her then, not me. I don't know. So Pimp C was a big fan of Tupac and didn't want to be on Jay-Z Big Pimpin' because he thought Tupac didn't like Jay-Z. Bun B had to beg Pimp C to get on the track, and Pimp C only did 8 bars, okay? So, just because they had words and stuff, I'm not gonna say that Jay-Z took him out. I'm not gonna say that. You got a couple old heads that was on the Dialogue interview, and shout out to Dialogue. So he was talking about, he had these guys on there, talking about Jay-Z overheard overheard what Pimp C said. So let's listen. And he did because he was on the phone.
MC and Bun B. I used to manage some guys. I was president of Too Short Records, and I moved them from Port Arthur to Atlanta. And they did some songs. We was doing a Pimp album. We did Pimpin' Ain't No Illusion, and with Too Short, and Kool Ace. Shout out Kool Ace. Oh man, it was amazing, man. That I got an amazing story. I'm glad you asked about that. See, it's a good story. Yeah, I relocated him from Port Arthur to Atlanta to work with Short. Right. But we always got it. It was just like illegal, this story. It's an illegal story, bro. It's like it's too hot for television. You're gonna get one of the greatest shows on
Tell, you answered the question.
And he actually lived with Pimp C and got produced by Pimp C. And I got $1 million offered to Pimp C from Rockefeller to sign to them. And Dame Dash was like, yeah, just bring them guys over here. And I called and set it up. And I got one thing to say real fast. All right. Philly native. I started out in one of the 90s kids of hip hop duo groups called Illegal. I was signed with Dallas Austin. Discovered by Left Eye, Lisa Left Eye Lopez in the early 90s. Billboard Award winning rap group. And I went on to do a solo album called Last Chance No Breaks, and I featured on at least 7 million records that's in people's houses now, from Busta Rhymes to Come and Busta Rhymes Disaster Strike, Red Man, Method Man, Blackout album, Red Man Malpractice, Red Man Muddy Waters, Keith Murray's first album, The Most Beautifulest Thing in the World, Keith Murray's second album, Enigma, his fourth and fifth LP, Rapmophobia, Junior Mafia. I did. It's one other artist out of Philly that share the same moniker with me, and that'll be Corrupt. So I'm one of them artists that really represents hip hop, and I learned from all of the best, man. I've had a lot of great people in my life, and I just took it like an inspiration. Anniversary Bun B, he was getting like 30,000, in the streets. And most artists I work with, I had to go to the record label to check their pockets and go check their bank and see what type of money the labels wanted them to just get the money back. And I remember this guy named Hip Hop, he recognizes up there. Hip Hop since 1978, shouts out Hip Hop. And he set it up for me to go meet with Dame Dad. So we go, after I leave job, I go to Rock, to the Rock. As soon as I sit down there, Dame Dash opened up his checkbook, could have checked for $1 million. I'm like, whoa. He like, I was like, is this for sure? He was like, no. He said, this is, we want to use your cake. I was like, what? He's like, we want to put your boys. Right. So I immediately picked up the phone and called Pimp C to was always trying to, all I'm trying to get was 100,000. When Dame cut that million, I called Pimp on the phone like, yo, Pimp, and him and Jamal was in the house. And I could hear a tussle and some type of confrontation, right? And I'm like, calm down, bro. Y'all calm down, Pimp.
I ran up the cable bill.
They was fighting. Okay, they was
They,
fighting like hard.
go on to
And
tell
I'm
the
like,
story.
Pimp, stop whatever you doing right now. I told you what's going down with Jamal when you put him up in there. I said, but right now, I got $1 million check for you. All we want 100,000. I was just like, who is that with? I said, with Rockefeller. He was like, what? I was like, yeah. He was like, I was watching Dan with the checkbook. He write it out. He was like, ain't that with over there with Jay-Z? I was like, yeah. He was like, man, tell him to take that check and go give it to Tupac Mama, man. He's gonna be stealing all my shit. I was like, what? So I hit it out. I called him on speakerphone. So I jumped up to click it. And there was another guy standing at the Dane when it was getting another $2 million check. The dude eventually he was doing with Dane. But I was
Lee Daniels.
yeah, front line and center. It was me, J Mac, and the girl named Mary. So what was wrong with her? Because she was a cop from Madison, New Jersey. And she just needed some work. They had retired. We had her.
Okay, y'all. They act like they scared to talk, so we ain't got time. We ain't got all day to wait. So anyway, he was married to a girl named Shannara Butler. Personal life. She was married. She was his. He had a daughter by her, and he married his wife Shannara while he was in prison in 2003, and he got a son named Chad Lamont and Butler from another woman. Okay, uh, from another relationship. So that's his wife right there. This is Pimp C. He was interviewed on another podcast. Um, he was talking. He was talking, and he was saying what he got to say. I see he don't bite his tongue, but my main thing I was trying to get into what was his death all about, and so I do have something. You know, the only thing they said that about his death, we'll get into it. Okay, this is what he said right here.
Any other place in the country. You know, it's fucked up down there. It's a very racist environment. You know, really 60 Minutes need to come down here and do a special on that shit and go up in there and investigate what's going on. For the most part, black folks and Mexicans is down there and getting the raw end of the deal. We get fucked over because a lot of times we can't afford certain types of lawyers. And then in my case, you know, it's a personal vendetta against me and my organization. I'm Young Pimp, and in fact, I'm Chad Butler, and I came here to do my time. I'm trying to go home. I ain't got no cases. I don't do no drugs. I don't sell nothing. I got a bankroll full of money on my books, and all I do is lay on
And y'all heard him say he don't do no drugs. That's what he said. So let me rewind it so y'all can hear it again.
any other place in the country. You know, it's fucked up down there. It's a very racist environment.
He was talking about the
You know, really 60 Minutes
prison
need to
he
come
was in.
down here and do a special on that shit and go up in there and investigate what's going on. For the most part, black folks and Mexicans is down there and we getting the raw end of the deal. We get fucked over because a lot of times we can't afford certain types of lawyers. And then in my case, you know, it's a personal vendetta against me and my organization. I'm Young Pimp, and in fact, I'm Chad Butler, and I came here to do my time. I'm trying to go home. I ain't got no cases. I don't do no drugs. I don't sell nothing. I got a bankroll full of money on my books, and all I do is lay on this bunk and read the Iceberg Slim books. Leave me the fuck alone. I read 2 or 3 libraries worth of books. I put some fat on my head, and later on at night I read for entertainment purposes. Stay away from the one-eyed devil. Stay about them niggas' faces. I wasn't trying to catch no boss lady hoes. Trying to put no bitch on my team. I ain't need nobody bring me no cigarettes or no tobacco because it wasn't nothing but a way for me to get in place, so I'm gonna lock me up. When I come back, I'm around gone. Or going around, they hit me back about hustling or doing something and say, oh, this what you wanna do when you get out. Zero out that shit, put in my file with the roll over my shit, they re-rap something. They do that to people down there. This is Texas, man. You go to prison, you lose, man. Ain't nothing cool about that shit. Ain't nothing fly about it. On the cool, I'm really gonna be home trying to do some family shit or in that studio trying to do 3 songs a night. Anything else don't make no sense. I ain't out here trying to be no freak. I ain't trying to have no menage a trois, none of that shit. You know, bitch show me some money, we can talk about something, but on the cool, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't want to kick it, I don't want no friend. You wasn't right in that penitentiary or come see me down there, I don't want to see you now. Unless you got some money by this much. And we can get it on.
That was Pimp C, who y'all just heard about. Some of this stuff y'all already know, but it's some of the stuff that we didn't even know. But yeah, they had beef. Him, Jay-Z and Pimp C, there was some competition between them two, okay? And y'all know what time it is about Beyonce. So, and other things, you know. Some people didn't care for Jay-Z. Some say that the bars in the songs that Jay-Z wanted Pimp C in his song. Okay, some say that the bars in the songs are as short as Dame Dash and the diplomats. Dame Dash left Rockefeller. Okay, that's Jay-Z. After it was sold to Def Jam. Okay, that was back in 2004. Taking his friends with him. That's what he did. See, when you talking about Dame Dash, and he left Rockefeller, you got to realize that Rockefeller and P. Diddy was friends. Okay? So, it's supposed to have been something going down with Jay-Z being upset with this situation right here. Everybody was trying to see that they dated. Now, but Beyonce said she only dated one guy before Jay-Z. And seeing Jay-Z met Beyonce when she was about really 16. But she started going with him in 19. They like young girls. That's why I can't take away from his anonymous person. Because they like young girls. See, that what messed them up. So, I don't know, when was this picture taken and everything, y'all? It's supposed to be like, it could have been just a moment. You know what I mean? But Pimp C allegedly said he's not here to defend himself, that he dated Beyonce. And she comfortable in the picture to me. I don't know. Okay, it was a big mess about Beyonce. Oh yeah. Okay. According to DJ Paul of 3-6 Mafia, Butler managed Rick Martin described seeing the rapper body laying down like he. Now this just talking about how they found Pimp C when they came in his room, y'all. His door that wasn't even locked. He was in there doing something. He was doing something allegedly, and the door wasn't locked from the inside. So they were saying that since the door wasn't locked from the inside, that somebody could have came in there in the room. True, because if he's gonna be doing something with dealing with cameras and stuff, he would have locked that door. But the door didn't have a latch on it. Okay, so somebody could have came in there and went out the door, but the latch was on the door. That'd been a different thing. That mean that he was in there by himself, allegedly, y'all. According to DJ Paul, the 3 6 Mafia Butler's manager Rick Martin described seeing the rapper's body laying down like he was praying. Now, why is he in a position like he was praying? But there was blood around like he was blank, and then they thought he was blank in the head. They thought he was, yeah. Why is that around the room, y'all? In the head. But they didn't know what the heck happened because there was, you know, blood everywhere. They thought he was knocked down like he was praying, and the candles were all the way burnt down. What in the world he doing with candles? They knew he probably been dead, unalive for a day or a day. Uh, so because he always, so he always light those candles to sleep. He lit those big, tall candles, and they had been burnt down. So he probably was unalive for a while. Yeah, that don't sound right. If he been in that room for a long time, for a while, why ain't nobody? They need to check his phone, because the last person who he spoke to would know what going on with him. You know what I mean? Because this is just a few days after he got out of jail. Okay, he had trouble with sleeping. Yeah, he got that sleep disease. So something where he got help. He had trouble going to sleep. So when y'all think about the tall candles burning down, you think about how long he been in that room. Ain't nobody called to check on him, his partners. Hey y'all, it's supposed to be a tape out there with Pimp C and Beyonce. I don't know, but I'm gonna let you hear what they say. Now, his partner spoke out about a tape, a S tape about Beyonce. He said he seen the tape. Both of them seen the tape, but the one on the right, like, he didn't really see the tape. Yeah, they was doing an interview, but listen to this.
First and last. If I'm gonna take a chance, give me my money in advance. If you can't give me those assistance, keep your distance. Have you ever went to McDonald's and went to window 2 and got your burger? They say pay at window 1, pick up at window 2. You know what I'm saying? So why would I let you see what's going on in window 1? Come on. When I need to get my money in window 2. You know what I mean? I need my money in window 1, then we can see what I got in window 2. So, you know what I'm saying? I got a meat on my Peter. You know what I'm saying? The longer you pay, the longer you can stay. Shots, shots.
Mom said he didn't see it.
Still trying to find out who was in this Pimp C tape. All I can tell you, it was a famous R&B chick. It was a guy that was getting money at the time. And, Pimp used to be in the studio. And every now and then he had a camcorder, so he was able to get. And he wanted to do something with the footage, but I don't know why he didn't do nothing with it. But if I could have got a hold of that tape, I'd be a millionaire, man. Whoever was, they had to kill me, man. I know TMZ would have paid a bank for that one, man. But yeah, it is a tape, and if you read the comments, a lot of people figured out. A lot of people figured out because people that was in Houston at the time, they know who was a little loose, as a Montana goose. You know what I'm saying? So they also know who was having money at the time. So it's not really hard to figure out. But just tell her. Just say but no, the only reason why I won't tell it because Pimp C is not here. So therefore, I respected his his wishes. If he wanted to get out, maybe he would have put it out. Maybe he might have had to deal with the situation. You know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe. The way you make it sound like a big deal, a big deal. Was it a decent mistake, by the way? Well, we was sitting at his mama house, and I was showing him my movie that was yet to come out, Pimpology. And so he said, Ken, I got something to show you, man. So he seen it, and me, I'm saying, man, me coming from the P world, I ain't trying to see no. Yeah. So, I seen who it was. I'm like, damn, her? I said, man, damn, she hired me, ain't she? You know what I'm saying? I said, him? I said, man, he married and he got a back. You know what I'm saying? I said, I hope this don't get out. So it was more like that with me. So, you know what I'm saying? But, it wasn't no real, like, they were just getting their freak on. You know what I'm saying? In the studio. In the studio. And Pimp just had a camcorder. He was in the booth.
So what if Beyonce did sleep with him or did her thing? She was old enough to do what she want to do. So I don't see nothing wrong with it. They weren't married at the time, you know. And there I go, my boy, DMX. I brought his name up a couple times. Well, Jay-Z, he was mentioning something about Jay-Z don't like competition. So you might well say Pimp C, DMX, and a couple more people was like competition to Jay-Z. But I don't know. Let's listen to hear what he had to say.
I thought you would die with me. You know, what happened was, like I said, I had the crazy track record, Def Jam, everything was good. I go to do the sixth album, and somebody else takes over. Yeah. When he first got the job, he hit me with the call like, "Yo, dog, inmates is running the building." Like, "Yo, you good?" Finished the album, shoot the video. What happened? Niggas go on vacation. We don't know. What you mean you don't know? How do you listen to a whole album, pick a single, shoot a video, then don't know? Okay, I see what's really good. You're trying to eliminate the competition. Because at first you retire, then get me off the label. Now you're back rapping again. This was when that's paying DJs to play they right. You know what I'm saying? They stuck in the record label executive. It's like there's too much of that going on. Right. You know what I'm saying? Let me be me. Let me be the artist that I am and just play my motherfucking music. You know what I mean? That ain't what you all up under this. Sitting at the going to dinner with them and like that, and all that favor for a favor. Shit, I don't get down like that. Look, I give you the music, you give me my money. That's it. In 2000.
Right here, it's true 40 and over. Y'all know this, that if you ain't got a strong mind, y'all already know that. How the industry was back then. Y'all already know that. Y'all know this. If you ain't strong, this is what they saying. So to cut the drama out and everything, I don't see where he was with Beyonce on that tape or not. I don't know who was on that tape. We haven't seen the tape. They never did mention the tape. They just mentioned a tape, but they didn't say who was on the tape. So I'm gonna say that Beyonce wasn't on the tape. So his autopsy report, the coroner reported a rule that Butler death was accidental. Okay, attributing it to the effect of his heavy usage of lean, a combination codeine, promethazine, promethazine in conjunction with his pre-existing conditioning of sleep apnea, like many other Southern rappers, Butler referred to lean many times in his music. So we're going to put it on the lean because y'all got to remember he just got out of jail. Once your system already used to one thing, one way, and then you freshen up and you be gone for a while and then you come back and you try to do what you used to do, it don't work with your system like that at time, y'all. Allegedly, that's what happened to him. Allegedly. That's what happened to Pimp C after he got out of jail. Allegedly. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I don't know nothing about all this right here. They show, all of that right there. It all depends on how they found him. I don't know how they found him. If it come for lean, he shouldn't have no kind of no color, you know, no blood or anything on him. And what I see is all over him. So it could be something else. I don't know. You ain't gonna hear the truth. But looking at this picture that I'm looking at, somebody did something to this man. Y'all like, share, and subscribe. I'm out.